Here are some short and long questions based on the poem, Keeping Quiet, by Pablo Neruda, along with key points for each answer. Short questions. 1. What is the central idea of the poem, Keeping Quiet? Key points. Emphasizes the need for introspection and self-realization. Advocates for peace and mutual understanding. Encourages humans to pause from the busy lives to reflect on their actions and the consequences. 2. What does the poet mean by keeping quiet? Key points. A metaphor for silence and calm. Encourages a break from constant activity to foster self-awareness and peace. 3. What is the significance of counting to 12 in the poem? Key points. Symbolizes a short, universal period of silence. Represents the 12 hours of the clock, promoting unity and stillness among all people. 4. What message does Pablo Neruda give about war in the poem? Key points. The futility of war and violence. Encourages the cessation of destructive activities. Promotes peace through silence and understanding. 5. How does stillness in the poem lead to peace? Key points. Stillness offers a moment for reflection and self-correction. Through quietness, humanity can find a path away from violence and towards peace. Long questions. 1. Discuss the poet's views on introspection and its importance as presented in Keeping Quiet. Key points. The poem promotes the idea of introspection as a way to foster peace within oneself and the world. Neruda emphasizes that self-reflection helps individuals understand their role in the larger context of humanity and nature. By pausing and reflecting, people can avoid destructive actions, such as harming others or the environment. Introspection helps one realize the futility of material pursuits and violence, guiding them toward empathy and compassion. 2. Examine the significance of the theme of unity in the poem, Keeping Quiet. Key points. The poem advocates for unity among all humans, transcending borders, languages, and cultures. The poet imagines a world where everyone is silent for a brief moment, uniting people in a shared experience of peace. This collective silence symbolizes a global pause from the chaotic activities that divide people, fostering a sense of universal brotherhood. Neruda highlights that in silence, people can come together, introspect, and recognize their shared humanity. 3. How does Neruda use imagery to convey the theme of peace in Keeping Quiet? Key points. Imagery of stillness and quiet, such as no rush, no engines running, emphasizes the calmness needed for peace. The image of humans and nature coexisting peacefully without conflict is central to the poet's message. The poet also uses images of war and destruction, such as men killing each other or harming the earth, to show the contrast between violence and the peace that silence can bring. Through these images, Neruda conveys that peace is not only external but also begins within, through introspection and self-awareness. 4. Analyze the relevance of Pablo Neruda's poem, Keeping Quiet, in today's world. Key points. The poem is relevant as it addresses contemporary issues like war, environmental degradation, and personal unrest. The message of silence and reflection is needed in today's fast-paced world, where people often act without thinking about the consequences of their actions. The call for global unity and peace is particularly significant in a world divided by political, social, and economic conflicts. The environmental message in the poem, where Neruda speaks of the harm done to nature, resonates with current environmental crises and the need for sustainable living. These questions should help students engage deeply with the themes and ideas of keeping quiet.